This is Your Favorite Character Sucks with John.
Oh, we're rolling. Matt.
And Brandon.
A podcast where we look at characters in our favorite books and decide which is the best. Well, not just books, right? Movies, TV shows.
Any form of media, really, yeah.
Right. How does one determine media? How does one determine what the best character is? Well, with our extensive literary knowledge and a level of confidence possessed only by an American man, we can discover the answer to any question. Before we begin, my conscience would not let me go on without first saying that this podcast has assumed you are familiar with the series being discussed. If you haven't read, listened to, watched, or gone on an acid trip that has revealed to you the plot of the series under discussion, then you should stop listening now until you've read or watched whatever we're talking about. You have been warned. On today's episode, Disney villains, the best of the worst.
So what John and I didn't tell you is you can't pick a villain unless you're willing to sing at least a small sample.
I'm going to be singing.
Oh no, I'm going to sing a small sample.
I did not even watch my movie. I watched all y'all's movies, but I did not watch
nice.
my
Very
movie.
good.
But yours is everyone's most familiar with.
I don't even know what song she sings.
Look at this stuff.
What?
Isn't it?
I told Ursula.
I'm starting with the first song in the movie.
Oh, they meant like what song?
I'm going to sing every song in the movie.
Unfortunate souls. That's the one, right?
This is on me.
Oh, sad, but true.
And do I help them? Yes, I do.
This is literally just going to be them two singing karaoke.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, if you're not willing to at least sing a bit
So,
by your favorite villain, then do you even really enjoy
we're
it?
starting now.
Wait,
So
that's my line. What the hell? You can't take my line.
Yeah,
That's
true.
fucked.
He does say it on every podcast. He literally says it in the intro, I realize. It's in the intro
Every single
to the
one?
whole podcast.
You're
And
welcome.
I recorded the intro here, if you remember.
It's actually messed up. But
Oh,
we
that
have
was the intro you used every
I
single
use it
time?
every time.
Oh, wow.
You would know if you,
No, I listened to it. I did. I thought you just reread it.
So you were on our second ever episode,
Very honored.
but we did not have our shit together.
No.
We didn't know how to record. We know how to record now, but we just don't have the equipment.
I was
So,
exhausted.
The quality, and we recorded late at night, and that was a mistake. We learned a lot of lessons. We don't record late at night.
I've learned nothing.
He's not paying attention. But good thing I'm steering the ship. So
That makes me very uncomfortable. Whenever a white man tells you that he's steering a ship with a bunch of ethnic people,
oh god,
it's not good news.
What does Killmonger say in Black Panther?
Bury me
Yeah,
in the
bury me at the
sea
bottom of the sea.
with my ancestors.
With my homies? Yeah.
Homies, that's what he says. Anyway,
He was American, I mean.
speaking of Killmonger,
Yeah.
that's a Disney villain. It's a Disney villain, but we're not considering.
Is he a villain?
He's a Disney villain.
I think he's a villain like Ursula.
He's a well done
definitely
villain. He's a well done
Bad guy. Wait, have we started?
And he was like,
Yeah, we started.
Okay.
So we
I took it back.
We've begun since you've been on. We've gotten our shit together a little
Okay.
bit.
Awesome.
We need better equipment. Someone donate us money. Started
I'm
Kickstarter
just saying
for us.
that a
GoFundMe?
poor
Sorry,
workman
GoFundMe for us.
a poor
Patreon.
workman blames his tools. True.
Well, I'm blaming my lack of income, and I can't afford the tools. But yes, we also started introducing our guests, which we kind of did on your episode, but only because I included you and Luis in the intro, because I said that y'all were like Jean Grey and Cyclops. Yeah. But today we're here to talk about Disney villains, and we're going to keep it not in the MCU, not in all the extended stuff. I don't even think in the live action. Somebody on the Instagram, I'll get to that later, was like, well, I'll get to it now, I guess. No way around it. Well, because I wanted to save for the segment where I mentioned them, but too late. It's going to happen. But she said that Cruella de Vil.
That counts, though.
She said, well, no, but she said Cruella de Vil played by.
No, I would say that counts just based
What's her
upon
name?
time period. It's not like New Wave Disney.
What's her name? She's a famous actress. I can't remember her name.
Is she? Perhaps as an
Glenn
understudy.
Close. I didn't even see it. But nothing there. I just remembered Glenn Close.
Wow.
Okay.
This
so
man
she
just
said-
showed us an empty Google search to prove that he knew the actress.
It was all a bit.
There's nothing to
It was
prove.
all a bit, yeah.
No, absolutely.
So she said that
we don't value your time at all.
I'm going to cut all this out. But if you give me a blank space to say that she said it, I could cut it back in. So here's the blank space. No laughing because I can't cut the laughing back in. So this woman on Instagram said that Glenn Close's What's that?
Oh my gosh.
Cruella de Vil? I'm kidding. That was a joke.
It wasn't a joke.
I swear it was a joke.
Like I said, we don't value.
I will always remember
time of our
Cruella de Vil
listeners.
because I love the song. Cruella de Vil.
Is that in the live
Cruella
action?
de Vil.
I imagine
She
it's
doesn't
some
scare you, no evil thing will. I don't think it's in live action, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think we should consider live action. I think Glenn Close is cool. I think she did cool on Cruella de Vil, but I don't know.
So no live action. So
I
no
don't think
Song
we
of
need
the
to worry
South.
about-
Oh, so I can't like
Well,
bring in
the villain of Song of the South is
The producers.
the filmmakers,
The
and the
producers,
movie
directors.
itself is the villain.
No Sound of Music.
The villain of Song of the South is
Yeah, the producers.
mid-century America.
Walt Disney himself.
Yeah, Walt Disney.
There's no disagreements here, so I'm going to take that as yeah.
But we all selected a Disney villain. Which one we think is the best character,
Or
You
just
know,
the best.
or the yeah. But you have to have a good reason behind it, or we're not gonna
Power
go
level?
along with you. Power level might be
Power
part
level
of
is
it.
pretty
Power level
important.
is part of it. But first, let's mention our characters. So,
Okay.
who wants to start? I always ask.
And it's always
I got
you.
an honorable
always me.
mention that I just thought of. On
Okay,
the spot.
yeah.
Pretty good one though. Pete,
Pete is a good one.
very good villain.
Yeah, we could do Mickey Mouse and Pete.
the OG
We
villain.
really just watched
Big Pete.
the Steamboat.
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
Oh, I know Mickey.
Yeah.
There's no sound though, so
That was a pretty good Pete. That was my first
no
like.
idea what you're
off to
talking
the iteration of Pete we're talking about. There's just no sound at all, right? Am I wrong?
That's a long
Steamboat
time ago.
Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
Willie,
Yeah. The original Disney villain.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
what I'm
Willie.
saying. He's the first Disney villain.
He's there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Pete.
You don't know who we're talking
I
about?
have no idea what
Just
you're
an
talking
amorphous.
about.
He's
Well,
like
okay,
the,
he's okay.
bad
Okay.
Goofy.
You know the Goofy movie. He's his next door neighbor.
Goofy movie. Love me some Goofy.
He's the next door
movie.
neighbor who's grilling. He's grilling at the beginning of the movie.
Shout out to Powerline, dude.
Yeah.
They go fucking hard in the Goofy movie.
We need to talk about. We could probably talk about Disney Channel stuff, but I don't know. Only if it's animated. We're doing
Disney
animated.
Channel stuff. So the white kids from Johnny Tsunami. Damn,
The white kids from Johnny
I fucking
Tsunami.
hate those dudes. Fucking skies, dude.
But are we including Pixar? I don't know.
Of course.
Pixar villains are not.
Yes.
Here they are.
Some of them.
They're scary.
I feel like situations are really what's going
what's
on in Pixar.
Tangled? Is Tangled not
Tangled's
Pixar?
not Pixar. No, it was the last Disney princess movie.
Oh really? What
Yeah.
year did it come out? Like 06 or something?
When you say the last, what do you mean?
I think when they came out with it, they said this is going to be our last princess movie,
Quote unquote.
Yeah, princess.
Moana
movie.
is a princess.
Moana is a
Yeah.
princess. I thought so. Yeah, that's what I said when it came out. I was like,
I guess she's
No,
a
they
chief.
count her.
She's not even a princess. She's just the
she
chief.
better.
becomes the chief.
Yeah, no, chief is
Holy
way
That's
cow.
better.
better. Princess
Yeah.
has like no power to just sit there and be pretty.
Best Disney villain because she strikes terror in my heart as a parent.
Okay.
Is Mother Gothel because she has so many elements of like realistic, terrible people that worry me. Which is, I mean, she's a kidnapper for one, but then she's like one of those kidnappers who then takes the child and raises it as their own. But then also the type of person who like, as a parent, even though she's not a real parent, but she's a parent, instills fear in Rapunzel to make her like afraid of the world, so that like stick with me, I'll keep you safe. And I hate that crap, like that whole like I'm gonna be selfish and I want you to myself. I don't want to let the world have you. I don't want you to experience the world. I'm your lens for the world. Those kind of people like just ruining their kids. So she's ruining her kid. It's not her kid. That's the most awful part. And then she also is like, you know, children keep us young. Like if you, they do, they really do. Like when, like my kids, by the fact that I have to chase them around, first of all, I have to stay physically fit. This
is why I don't
keep up
have
with them.
kids, because
Yeah.
I want to get old and die.
And so in that movie, literally, you know, there's magic in her hair or whatever, and Mother Gothel becomes younger. She's like stays youthful from it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just all the tropes of like a horrible parent / like kidnapper, all in one villain, and it's
She's
really
literally just a
disgusting.
fairy hag, right?
Yeah, she's awful. She's awful. She's a witch.
Hags are witches, are they not?
Just the idea of like somebody kidnapping Eleanor and raising her, and Eleanor.
See, now now it's too real.
It's personal. I would
but
never.
not Jack. You would let someone kidnap Jack.
Jack could be fine on his own.
Jack would just choke them out.
This is the second time in this room that I've dissed Jack.
Who's your favorite child?
Yeah, exactly. That happened last.
See, I can ask our guest Megan.
Who's her favorite child?
Who's your favorite child?
I guess it's my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. You heard it here first. Daughters are the favorite.
Daughters are great, but you know all the Kardashians
exactly.
are daughters and they suck. So I mean that's.
But when you say they suck, like
There's video proof.
okay, excellent.
All right, who's going next?
Hit us up on Instagram for a link.
Who's going next? I just did Mother Gothel.
I always go last.
Who's going next?
You got it, Bran.
Oh, you want me to go? Mm-hmm. All right. My villain, also very real, Terrifying.
Disney villain. Very real though.
Governor Ratcliffe.
Oof, yes.
Governor Ratcliffe.
Historically.
Yes. Like, obviously within the context of the movie, he can be kind of goofy. But what he represents is truly horrific.
Holy shit.
No, he's the purest expression of colonialism in Disney.
Pure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The purest.
He is a greedy European man willing to destroy the environment and kill indigenous people.
Oh, absolutely.
Just to get gold.
Roaming over the land like ravenous wolves.
Not even just kill them, but turn all of his people who are pretty indifferent towards... I mean, I guess they're not even different. They also have hatred for the natives, right?
Yeah.
But just utilizing that hatred.
Well, they have fear. He's utilizing their fear to make them hate.
That's true.
He hates, they fear. That's the point of the movie, guys. That's the point of the movie.
Not John Smith, though.
John Smith and Pocahontas are the only two who don't have fear.
They could also communicate with each other, though.
Yeah, which is also
that's the only thing
it's all about communication. But no one's communicating. They're afraid of each other. We're afraid of what we don't know.
Yeah, it's trying to teach you that only the leader is racist, but really a lot of them are
No. It's also what it's trying to tell you is you have to come across it on both sides, when really it's just one side coming and slaughtering the other.
But no, it is perfect because it's a leader who knows better. These are people he's taking ignorant, poor people. That's the people who are leaving England, and he's using their ignorance and fear. He's using that. It
reminds me of the 2016 election.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
That's why it's very real and very scary. And all he wants is money and power. Basically.
Literally,
that's what it's all for.
Yeah.
And that's what his song is about, which is a very good song.
Status.
So the status comes from the money, though.
But then the other song...
Well, it's the status of discovering the gold on this grand expedition.
The other song...
The king will reward him.
Yeah.
The other song, the best song...
Yeah, I guess that's true. So maybe it isn't the
Lord him, even.
Yeah.
They're the two best songs of Pocahontas, though. Paint with All the Colors of the Wind, obviously. But then also the song Barely Even Human. I don't know the title of it, but... Savages. They're calling each other savages because they don't know. They're away, and they're saying they're this, they're that, but they don't know each other. And then in that song, Pocahontas is trying to get there to save John Smith, and she says, "How loud are the drums of war?" Which basically means... They can't hear each other. They can't communicate because the drums of war are so loud in their head.
I don't like that though because it makes it seem like.
So what I'm saying is,
both sides are
that's what I was going to say.
Which is
I think the point. Like,
well, no, I mean,
absolutely not.
It's a little too feel good.
It does equate them.
It was more one sided.
Yeah, no,
it does equate them, but yeah.
So I'm gonna say "Savages" is probably like the best song.
It's really damn good.
Out of each one of our movies.
Oh really? No, I've got a good one. What's old girl from Tangled? What's her name? She was
Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore.
Oh, I do love Mandy Moore.
Oh, I'm just throwing out names.
Basic.
Mandy Moore's
Shout out to
basic.
season 6 finale of Grey's Anatomy.
Who's your
character? I have no issues with her.
Who is your character?
Who even is my character? Ursula. My character is Ursula. She is... I don't even know if you would even call her a villain. She's really just hustling the
She calls herself a witch.
She takes advantage of a 16-year-old girl.
Did she take advantage though?
Yes.
She's just like, hey, you can have it. You can have it all, but this is what I want to return.
She also wants power. She wants to take her end game is to take over the throne. That's her end game.
She didn't do it forcefully. She was just like, you can have it. That's fine.
I don't know. At the end, she's like stirring up the ocean and stuff with
the trident. She's using a trident to like blast people.
Yeah. I think that...
Because were they following her orders? See, I mean, it all makes sense.
I think she also says the Palpatine quote, like, ultimate power! She's like growing and stuff. I'm pretty sure
no one's perfect. Anyway.
Yeah.
I do like that scene of her stirring up the ocean.
But you say she's not a villain, but why is she a good character then? Is that why? Is that part of the reason she is?
Yeah, I mean, she's a good character because... Back in the day, before there was actually a Black Princess Tatiana, she was one of the identifiable Black people. The identifiable Black people,
along with
still
Sebastian in that.
Sebastian was also considered Black. Lion King was considered the Black Disney movie.
Yeah. Lion King is one of our favorites.
Even though Simba is voiced by.
It doesn't matter.
Matthew Broderick. The whitest man known to man.
Seriously.
He had a little soul in him.
I love Matthew Broderick.
Honorable mention.
In Godzilla 2000.
Honorable mention Scar. Possibly the best villain song, Be Prepared. Very good song.
I like
very
high up there.
Be Prepared's good.
Irons?
Jeremy
Irons?
Yeah, Ozzy
Great voice actor.
Yeah. He was scary.
Is he even a voice actor? I don't know. I think
the evolution is insane.
In a way, he's more scarier than Mother Gothel because that was a family member. That was just like, yo.
Well, that's Hamlet. Yeah, She's dating him. Whatever.
Do you think adoptive parents are not actual parents? I guess this isn't even adoptive. You just kidnap someone. Yeah,
it's kidnapping. Yeah, she didn't sign papers.
Yeah,
she jacked that.
I don't think they had papers back then.
What do you think in terms of kidnapping? There's far worse kidnapping.
Every year on her birthday, they would like set lanterns up, and Mother Goth would just lie to her like, "Oh yeah, it's not for you," but she was the princess of the whole land.
But also, that's a suspiciously specific question. Like, are those for me specifically because it's on my birthday?
It happened every time on her birthday.
So what? A lot of bullshit happens on
If every time on my birthday there were fireworks, I'd start to be like, "What's going on?"
Why is it on the 4th of July?
Why even tell her real birthday?
But Mother Goth doesn't say it's like a holiday. She just says, "Oh no, it's nothing," like that kind of thing.
It's because they needed an out.
I don't think Mother Gothel knew that was going to happen every year. I think she, they live out on the outskirts of the
they live in a tower.
Yeah,
somewhere in the middle of the forest, right?
Yeah, if you were in a tower, you'd start to question things that were happening. You'd be very
would I?
observant about
a tower sounds excellent. Like an excellent place to live in.
That's after you've already lived in this world.
That's what you wish. You wish you could live in a tower for the whole
By myself, give me food. What else do I need? Internet.
She doesn't have that. She just paints and paints and paints all day. And
well, no, she brushes her hair.
Reads
books.
Yeah.
It's in the song. This already sounds... This sounds insane.
It sounds monotonous as fuck. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, but Mother
Gothel should give you
Mother Gothel does have a good song in that. She sings a song where basically she's like, sounds very sweet and stuff, and then she like talks about the terrors out. Mother knows best. Creepy song, dude. Yeah, it's a creepy song. Okay, Matt, you're the only one left.
Wait, are we done with Ursula? Is that all you want to say?
We'll say more, but that's the opening statement.
I think the most supernatural out of all of our villains. Oh, I guess yours knows. Yeah, but even still.
Yeah, mine's the only one with like actual powers.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's elements
of someone's voice away.
What I'm saying is that the characters that Bran has are radically.
Our dudes are just
a human person.
Dudes, which makes them even scarier in my opinion.
Frollo.
Both just
Frollo is the character I selected from Hunchback.
Yeah,
Hunchback. I know Hunchback isn't the most popular one. Go back and if you're an adult, which I assume you are because you're being forced to listen to this podcast. Children don't listen to podcasts. Go and watch The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Eleanor listens to an audiobook podcast.
It's insanely good.
They read bedtime stories.
People don't remember that hoe, but it is a good ass film. Frollo, the most terrifying villain.
That hoe. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Hunchback.
Quasimodo.
Hunchback. Ho is short for hunchback.
Yeah, exactly.
Ho.
Hunchback of
Notre Dame. So it's honed.
Oh, Notre Dame.
If you haven't seen that, Notre Dame.
And if you actually view that film, the remaster version in 2020, they even burned down Notre Dame in the film to keep it realistic.
No, they do not.
Anyway, terrifying villain.
You've hurt a lot of white ladies' feelings who are listening to this podcast.
No white people are listening to this podcast.
Yes, they are.
Who, your mom?
Yeah.
I apologize, Miss Bridget. That's on me. You can come talk to me about that later. Frollo, terrifying. Not only willing, much like Ratcliffe, to genocide a whole ethnic group.
Gypsies, all right?
Gypsies. Yeah. I think that gypsies...
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But also, that's his macro plan. He also has a micro plan to coerce and essentially rape the main female character.
Yes.
And use it under the guise of religion, too.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying because it's just what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way before the Me Too.
This is before Me Too and before all the stuff under the Catholic Church. So Disney's just ahead.
Yeah, Disney's ahead.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also behind. But they're also ahead. And they're down for supporting China, claiming the South China Sea, oppressing Muslims and stuff like that. Yes.
But they made a film
exposing the Catholic Church. They're all down for. Frollo, terrifying. Hellfire, very scary song. Literally just about.
I'd say that's the best.
Literally about him.
That's the best villain song.
It was
raping that girl. It's terrifying.
Yeah, that song is literally about let me get close so I can.
It's creepy.
Either let me rape you or I'm going to burn you alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Also
not just you, but also your people.
He's also a hypocrite because he.
Yeah. Well, he understands that, I think, but he just doesn't care.
He blames her for the
love.
You're right. You're right.
It's like, why do you make me want to rape you?
It's not absolutely. It's not his fault.
Oh yeah, no, that makes it even worse.
What a villain who's like, they are the problem.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not successful because of them.
Oh, and he is successful. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
and it's not even just that. He also oppresses Quasimodo for his whole life.
But I'm going back to
he kills Quasi's mom, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kills her. Just straight up kills her in the opener of the film.
And then a kidnapper basically kills Quasimodo's mom.
Why does he do that?
Takes him in
because she's a gypsy.
Oh yeah.
Dashes her, breaks her neck or something on the stone steps.
Yeah, he's on horseback and just kicks her to death. I'm pretty sure.
Almost throws Quasimodo into the well and says, "I'm gonna keep this guy." It just so
he's
happens...
going to be useful.
Oh, he does.
Basically just
Quasimodo's
makes him
insanely strong,
servant.
powerful, just a slave.
Yeah.
It's very like Plato's cave. Because Quasimodo doesn't get to see anything other than... It's exactly the same as...
Okay.
Except better.
Both of us cannot win.
Exactly.
One of us is going to win in the end.
Yeah, because both of us. Frollo has aspects of that, but also the genocide as well. So when you said
I'm sure Mother Gothel
wants the
genocide at some point.
But she's more interested
in her storied history. We don't know it.
She's killed dragonflies. It's whatever.
Oh, no, without a doubt. Mm-hmm. Or at least ripped their wings off, which leads to death.
She also has magic, though, so that makes her... Their power level will beat her.
I think that makes her less scary.
Right? No, but it's more power level.
Oh, no, power level just a woman who wants to live forever.
But she won't beat Ursula. So she's in between y'all's characters. Basically, Mother Gothel's never going to beat y'all in every category.
Well, my dude has guns, so...
Guns are very powerful.
Guns beat
Guns are very powerful, especially when you tell people to fire them and don't...
Guns are cute. I have magical powers.
I do not think guns would be very effective against... Although Ursula does get felled by, like, a stake.
A mast of a ship, right?
It's essentially a big stake.
It's the front of a ship.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. It's a literally gigantic stake.
She's a vampire.
It's like having a, what? Supernatural creature. Anyway. So what? What are the metrics here?
Yeah, well, we're not.
Oh, we're just talking
later.
We'll go about power.
I want to do some more honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. There's so many.
Like I said,
we could go through every single Disney.
Scar, Be Prepared, one of the best songs.
Another song. Lion King 2.
Oh stop. Just stop, dude.
Go ahead,
it's so bad.
Well, I'm not going to talk about our favorite song.
Deception.
That's not a villain song.
Disgrace.
But
it's about outcasts.
When his mom...
As plain as the scar on his face.
The mom's song. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Can we not discuss straight to DVD, or I'm sorry, straight to VHS sequels?
Not even DVD.
Lion King 2.
Betamax.
Lion King 2 is by far the best sequel for Disney.
Best sequel, sure.
I don't think so.
I prefer what I found
even
out.
better than Aladdin.
Jack got to pick a movie.
No, Return to Jafar is much better.
No, Return to Jafar is good.
It's not better.
It's good.
Return to Jafar and
it's good because Iago is like a Snape character in that. He's like, is he good or is he bad? He's playing both sides a little bit, and then
you're talking about the period.
Yes,
I'm just
Gilbert Godfrey, voiced by Gilbert Godfrey.
Surely not in.
Oh, definitely. He didn't have a big career. He was probably down to do the sequel. Yeah,
I would be very impressed to see that.
I think he did. He did the voice of the Aflac duck. Like that dude will do anything. I think.
Now we're just disparaging Gilbert Godfrey.
He's a weirdo.
Is he?
Yes, he makes very, very disturbing jokes. Have you ever listened to stand up?
Jan.
No. Okay.
I'm not a 20-something.
Anyways, what's the dude's name? It's like Kuvo or some shit.
Yeah, Kuvo.
It's his mom singing a song to him to prepare him for taking over.
Oh yeah, that one's an analog to Be Prepared.
Yeah,
it even has a lot of the same shots.
Yeah, it's very good.
Except worse because obviously it's straight to VHS.
I don't see what that has to do with
the best song, Disney signal.
Well, the song is worse.
Make sure you rewind.
It's really just everything.
Make sure you rewind before you return those, please.
The
VHS.
In your little race car rewinder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Good shit. But honestly, who just didn't own those?
We're not doing live action.
Lion King from Blockbuster.
We're not doing live action Disney films, but if we were, who you said your villain would be?
Sound of Music. Live action.
The best villain would be...
Best villain is Hitler.
Yeah, Hitler is the villain in Sound of Music.
You cannot...
He's the villain in Sound of Music.
Okay, look, if we were allowing live action stuff, you can't... If you're saying that some fake made-up thing is worse or a better villain than Hitler, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah, everything is compared to him.
Yeah, Hitler is
the metric.
The baseline.
Yeah.
Nothing can be worse than Hitler, right?
Well, I mean, his is based off of real person. That
you're saying Governor Radcliffe is worse than Hitler. I just want you to go on record. If you're willing to go on the record, that's fine.
I'm not saying that.
See, that's my point. If we allowed Sound of Music, it's clearly Hitler.
But we're not. Yeah.
But we're not because it's just too easy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's literally the lowest hanging fruit.
Yeah.
And that aligns very closely with Walt Disney's own personal beliefs, right?
I don't know. There's rumors that he's anti-Semitic, right?
But is that even rumored at this point? I thought that was...
Well, I feel like it's a popular thing to say. I don't know how true it is, though.
I need the research. Someone go and comment on that. You think it's mostly unsubstantiated?
It's also popular to say that Walt Disney is cryogenically frozen.
But I don't know.
I think that is true, though.
You think that's true?
I do believe
that. They had cryogenics when he died.
They had ice.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the same.
So it's like Captain
It's just a frozen corpse.
It's like Aang.
It's like Aang or Captain America. Yeah. And so Walt Disney's going to come back 100 years later and save us all from whatever.
Futurama.
Yeah. We'll be back to the show in a minute, guys, but first I've got 2 ad copies to read for today's sponsor, Disney. Well, it says to read them on different episodes, but I'm sure it'll be fine if I just read them back to back. We at Disney want to thank all of our fans for the successful rollout of Disney Plus. And we promise to continue to buy groundbreaking studios so that we can populate Disney Plus with their successes and all of the sequels that we'll make from their original products. We also promise to continue to evolve as a company and remake those old, outdated movies into new, computer-generated masterpieces. We know how problematic characters like Jim Crow were in the original animated Dumbo, but that's why we've remade it with amazing special effects and a non-racist appearance by Danny DeVito. In the past, Walt Disney had been unfairly labeled as anti-Semitic, and our company has been criticized for playing into stereotypes. But we promise that all of the new content on Disney Plus will push boundaries, accept diversity, and help us shed that old image to continue to make money off of your nostalgia. All right, let me flip that over. Read the backside real quick. This is the second ad copy Disney wanted me to read. We here at Disney want to thank all of our patrons for the successful rollout of Disney Plus. And we want to let you know that we hear you loud and clear. You're sick and tired of all those new, crappy remakes with all their special effects, but none of that good old-fashioned heritage that you used to see in classic Disney films. That's why Disney Plus is full of all of your favorites from the Disney Vault. Unchanged classics, where you can see things like the Siamese cats in Lady and the Tramp, the character Jim Crow in Dumbo, scatting jazz orangutans in Jungle Book, and dozens of animated films that features Caucasian voice actors giving it a good old college try at mimicking other cultures' accents. So subscribe to Disney Plus today, where you can make your opinion heard by watching all of those old classics again. And then give us a shout out on social media, where you can complain about the new movies as long as you don't forget to say how great the old ones are. Thanks, Mind Slaves. No, yeah, now I can see why they wanted me to read those on separate occasions. That makes sense.
Any other honorable mentions before we like dig in deeper to our character?
I mean, if you live action or just like in general?
In the animation. The Siamese cats.
Siamese cats.
Because Siamese cats are scary.
They're so creepy.
They're based on a racial stereotype, so that's already bad.
It was so creepy.
Their creation was evil.
Yeah.
The eels are an evolution of the Siamese cats, right?
Should I do? No, I think singing the song is even problematic. Like,
yeah, no, it really is.
Because it is in a voice, and they even like use like
the whiskers and shit.
No, but they do the I'm talking about the way that they speak. They like do the L's with the R's and stuff.
That is horrendously racist.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not good.
But hey, that's a long time ago.
Did you want to see the live action version of Lady and the Tramp? Do they do those cats in that?
I have not seen it.
No, they don't have.
Who's the villain in it? Oh, actually, because also the villain's
the dog. The dog.
There's a dog.
No, the dog kidnapper. What do you call it?
Oh, it's not a dog kidnapper. He's a pound. Yeah, his job is to collect animals tamed with a pound. Yeah.
So the government, yet again,
the government is the villain.
Capitalism.
Keeping us down.
Capitalism.
Other honorable mentions: Gaston.
Well, actually, I was thinking he might even be the best. He does have one of the best songs.
Gaston has one of the best villain songs of all time. It's insanely good.
But, I mean, he might be the best because, think about it, no one is as slick as Gaston. No one is as quick as Gaston. And no one's neck is as incredibly thick as Gaston's. He might just be... I mean, no one's neck is thicker than his, not Ursula's.
That's actually true. Even when she grows to be 100 times her size...
It's still not as thick as Gaston's.
Gaston's neck just grows to be thicker. Also, he uses antlers in all of his decorating.
He uses antlers in all of my decorating.
Just a manly man.
Oh my god, so good. That song is very good. I fucking love that song.
Gaston is just an idiot version of Ratcliffe.
Yes.
No one hits like Gaston, no one spits like Gaston, right?
Do you think if Gaston had been in the same situation as Governor Ratcliffe that he would have eradicated?
I mean, I think he would have tried.
I think he would have given
You think he still would have gotten stopped?
He's just an angry dude with a gun who riles up the community.
Is he even angry?
I feel like the community like pushed him over the edge though. Like if it was just him and people weren't actually like really kind of listening to him, I don't think he would go through the great depths, which he did.
Because he's crazy, but so is Belle's dad.
Who plays cards like Gaston? Who breaks hearts like Gaston? Who is much more a sum of his parts than Gaston? He's better than everyone. The song says it.
No, we love
Game over.
We love
Podcast over. Yeah. But yeah, he's a villain who, he's using like the other in fear, similar to like Governor Radcliffe.
But he's also all just because he wants to smash.
Yeah.
He's also the only thing that moves the plot.
Honestly, I don't even think it's just that he wants to smash. He thinks that he is so great that he deserves the best.
To be fair, he is great in a lot of things.
Right. We mentioned it. Yeah. He's better in every category than all of our guys. Yeah. Somebody should have picked him, but no one did.
They did decline to mention the things he's not good at, though, which are like what? What are some things that he's not good at?
Beating the beast in a fight.
Fight.
Yeah. Loving women.
Yeah, respecting women.
Respecting women.
That's a big one.
Loving one too.
Yeah, I've come to tell you that you can marry me, Bill. I think is how it goes.
Yeah, no, that was
like, I'm good.
I'm just a giant fuckboy.
Yeah,
dude.
But the thing is,
he's probably the OG
fuckboy.
Is Gaston the person that I don't know? The kids definitely love Gaston out of all of the.
My favorite line in almost any Disney movie. You already said it is. I use antlers in all of my decorations.
It's so absurd. Good. Out of context, it makes no sense.
All right, who else we got?
Oogie Boogie is pretty terrifying. Literally just a sack of insects.
Also, just because I hate the style of animation.
Kidnap Santa Claus. That's pretty fucked up.
Messed up.
Yeah.
In a world where Santa Claus exists, if you kidnap him, that makes you the worst human being in the world.
Yeah.
Like literally,
you're taking away.
Just from what he does. Yeah, utilitarian standpoint.
Joy. Yeah.
You're negative like 8 trillion. And the longer you kidnap Santa Claus, the points just keep climbing. You just go straight to the bad place. That's all I'm saying. It's not good. Hans,
yeah. Hans is the villain.
With a name like Hans, you just assume he's gonna be a bad guy.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, yeah.
Has there ever been a Hans good guy?
What about Hans
Solo.
Christian Andersen?
Hans Solo. Hans Olo.
Hans
Olo.
Also a Disney.
Also now Disney. Palpatine is the greatest Disney villain.
Okay, yeah, if we're including.
You think Palpatine's worse than Hitler?
He's basically supposed to be kind of
No,
like Hitler. Yeah.
Hitler still killed way more people than Palpatine.
I don't think so.
He blew up a whole planet. What are you talking
way
about?
more Jews.
Well, yeah, there's no Jews. There's no Jews in the Star Wars universe.
The whole planet of Alderaan. Oh, I guess it would have been probably reflected in Leia's character.
He blew up a whole planet just to punish one person.
There's only one Jewish character in all of Star Wars,
which is please don't say it.
It's that stereotype of a Jewish salesman. It's what's his name? Watto.
Yeah,
Watto is who they, and he's got a big nose too. It's fucking very racist.
It's not good.
There's a lot of racism.
Yeah, in the prequels.
Yeah.
Plus it's speciesism because
in the prequels,
they're not human.
Because no one could check George Lucas. He had so much power. He made those prequels.
A lot of these are kidnappers.
There's a lot of kidnapping going on in Disney.
Well, I was going to say there's also
it's to instill that
Hades?
fear into children.
Hades.
Yeah, he kidnapped.
Hades.
I love Hades.
Hades wants power. I'm trying to think
it's all power.
Why? Well, no, I don't think it is all power though. Mother Gothel wants youth.
Oh, true.
Youth is power.
But it's not. She doesn't want control over a lot of things.
No, she just wants to
power.
live.
She wants youth. I mean,
so you think it's a survival thing for her?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the different villains. There's also villains that have been.
Pull up your own photo.
Oh, that's fine. I can remember them.
I don't.
Captain Hook.
There's so many.
Captain Hook. I don't think he wants power. He wants revenge. On Peter Pan.
And also money because he is a pirate.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Captain Hook is a silly villain.
He's
not really.
But Radcliffe's a silly villain, and he's even got.
I think Radcliffe is scary.
But he's
very.
He's just a campy ass dude.
But his motives.
Motives terrifying.
But Captain Hook is always a joke.
But the way he executes the motives is
what's his name?
Very.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Clayton.
Oh, Clayton, another musket
Tarzan.
Look at all these musket wielders.
If you will a musket, you're a villain.
He wants fame. He wants fame. He wants to be like.
That's even worse.
I bagged these gorillas or whatever. I mean, he wants money.
No, actually, you're right. Anybody that holds a musket in a that's insane.
Yeah, a gun or a cigarette. Oliver and Company.
There was a goofy ass muskets too. The ones with the giant barrels.
Huge barrel.
It doesn't make no sense. Not hitting shit with that.
Ooh, the Aristocats. Edgar the butler. He wants money.
We did talk about this earlier. Yeah.
Edgar the butler. He puts some sleeping pills in some kittens' milk and gets rid of them. That's a pretty messed up dude. That's the most villainous thing you can do,
killing
right?
cats on the same level as genociding a people's questionable, but
the cats are so cute. I'm just kidding.
I mean, there are some people who prefer cats over humans. Yeah. I'm not among them.
Yeah, to them, Edgar is their Hitler.
I would not say that. You were the one who said that, but
Shere Khan just doesn't like men because men are encroaching on the jungle. He's like a justified.
His is reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely.
It's anti-colonialism. Yeah.
Sure. They are in somewhere in South Asia, I assume.
Yeah.
I assume it's India.
I assume it's
India. It is India for sure.
Is it specifically India?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because that's where the story takes place.
Somebody look it up. Right
Jungle Book is written. It takes place in India. Yeah.
The book?
Yes.
I don't believe it.
I'm telling you.
You told me a lot of shit I don't believe.
I know, and you should.
Who here thinks we should all just believe John?
Well, I also said it was India. So.
Fuck you. I'm just talking.
I said it before he even
I'm talking about in general.
Is this the podcast?
Yeah,
yes, this is how it works. This is how it goes. Again, Mother Gothel makes me uncomfortable, like I said, because I have children, and so the idea of my children being kidnapped and stuff like that, it's very personal, right?
I can't relate.
But also the idea of like using fear as a tool to parent.
Yet again, it's all about Batman. It always comes back to Batman.
Like if I'm going to tell Eleanor not to do something, I'll explain to her why. Mm-hmm. It's not why I don't think she should do it. But I'm not going to be like, don't touch that. It could, you could explode, or you could burn or whatever. Or it could kill you or something.
She's also old enough to understand that.
That's true.
Ursula, she wants power.
Oh, we're already moving on?
She's using a 16-year-old girl to manipulate her way in and get power.
Young girls are really always at this.
Ariel's so stupid.
She's
like,
another
I
example.
saw a boy. He was on a boat. We must marry. I must meet him.
No,
16 is reasonable enough. Old enough to know to be like, I don't know anything about this.
The reason it's not is because, again, the same villainous nature of Mother Gothel, I think that's part of the villainy or the evil of that story is that she's being smothered. As a kid, her dad does not want her to explore, adventure, or experience
So is he the villain then?
I think that but I do think that nature is being targeted in that movie. It's like, don't do that. You're smothering your kid.
And Ursula is taking advantage.
And Ursula's taking advantage of it.
It's your choice. You can do it because she's never had that. And then
you're right. I'm the best villain.
If she wasn't a villain, she would try to teach Ariel. Instead,
teach her to become a witch.
She's manipulating that ignorance.
It was hardly a manipulation. It was like Ariel.
There was a whole song.
She did not clearly define the
word manipulation must come up in that song at some point. If not explicitly, there's some synonyms in there for sure.
Ariel came to Ursula and was like, "Hey, you're the biggest, you're the baddest. Help me score this man. Help me score this man." And Ursula's like, I don't know.
What's messed up is that
I don't know. She's not reserved about it at all.
Flounder has reservations, and if a fish with 2 brain cells knows better, what's wrong with Ariel? Come on. The thing about Ursula is
she's never given her time to shine.
She's very good at targeting people's specific desires. Yeah. That's how she's accumulated those souls.
She also has that Trumpian, I'm going to help you out. I can understand you and I can help you. You're poor right now. You've had a bad time, but I can help you and I know what to do.
But yeah, what is Ursula's endgame?
Yeah, what are her metrics?
And I'm afraid I've had to rake them across the coals.
Ursula's endgame, what? Getting the trident? Does she even care about the throne, or does she just want the trident, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't care about the throne. She just wants
the trident is the throne. That's the power. That's the source of power. Yeah.
With that power, you control Atlantis.
Or just the oceans as a whole.
Also, she tells Ariel, she's like, you don't need your voice. You've got looks. You've got your pretty face. She's also
body language,
catering to what a young pretty girl who's been sheltered, wherever. Yeah, she's really she's messed up for sure. But
is she really sheltered? Because Ariel goes.
Yeah, I think she's
everywhere.
The definition.
Is she ever even being watched? This child goes everywhere.
Yes, literally everywhere she goes, she's being watched.
She's being followed. Yeah,
by Sebastian and even Flounder in some cases. So yes.
I feel like out of all these, Megan's the only one that actually likes her villain.
No, Ursula is cool.
I don't dislike. Oh yeah, I mean.
Also, I love.
I guess we're talking about
because
because you guys are talking about through hatred. And I'm just
absolutely.
Yeah, there's no.
You can understand.
There's no defending Ratcliffe or Frollo.
It's impossible.
Well, he just.
Please.
Also, he's one of the 3 Gs: God, glory, and gold.
Yeah, that is true. They even mentioned that in the.
He was just trying to spread God to these ignorant savages. I mean, that's. We all need that, right?
Well, ignorant is redundant.
Any Christian will agree with me on this.
Right? That's true. You know what else I really like about Ursula is the animation is very good on the character itself because the tentacles and stuff. It just looks cool.
Or as Eleanor says, because Jack was asking about Ursula's appearance, and she said, "Oh yeah, she's no Jack. She has a black bra that goes all the way down to her tentacles."
I mean, that is accurate, is it not?
That's what she looks like.
This is a dress.
Yeah, when they were describing her to the artist to draw it, that's what they said.
Oh, it's like a police sketch, but
it's like a black bra, but you do it down to the tentacles.
What's with the accent though?
That's how the guy sounded. The director of.
I thought that's how Eleanor sounded.
Oh yeah, that's also what I thought.
I was saying that's exactly what he said.
Oh, okay.
Now, Ursula, I think, has one of the cooler character designs. The rest of these are just humans.
Eleanor sounds like this. Oh, hiya, Dad.
What?
Yeah.
She's
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like now like a New York
Mickey Mouse. I can do the Mickey Mouse laugh. Ready? Oh, that's Mickey Mouse laugh.
That was actually really good.
I can do Goofy's laugh. I can do Donald Duck's voice.
They're just getting worse and worse. Please stop. Megan,
impersonations.
Don't encourage this.
Master impersonations.
Nobody's a master here.
I'm just a guest.
Okay. What else about Radcliffe? I mean, he's also, I would say, like you were saying, he's a little bit on the goofier end of villains, because we don't want to take him too seriously, but he also is pretty scary. Like, when they have, the fire on his face and he's red and he's calling them savages, I mean, the dude's got, clenched teeth.
He's not...
Oh, no, he's scary at some point.
Always...
Just goofy. In that one song.
Multiple times he's goofy, but
he really
when it comes down to it, he is cold-hearted, and he is definitely willing to just kill these people.
He really does show how, like, government, like I said, manipulates ignorant people into doing things, because every time they start to have doubts about it, because John Smith will bring them evidence that, you know, this people are fine and stuff like that, he always comes out and has something to say and to remind them of their fear. And, you know, they don't speak our language, they don't know our God, you know, like that kind of thing. Like, just really, they're not like us. He really just keeps pushing that same stupid message, just saying the same thing over and over.
It is true, though.
Build that wall just over and over, just keep saying the same thing.
I mean, they do build a wall, but that's the very beginning.
They do build a wall.
Yeah. Also...
And did it keep the natives out?
Yes.
I don't think it
specifically. I think it did. Yeah, so it was very operable this wall.
I think they sneak over.
I think a single guy sneaks in.
I think that, like Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching, when you build a wall, you invite someone to tear it down or conquer or climb.
It's like how power invites power. You know what else is really cool about Radcliffe, though?
Yes.
One of the most excellent sidekicks.
Oh God.
I don't know the name, but the pug.
Oh, the pug is not. Yeah, the pug. The pug represents.
I know who else you're. Yeah.
I know
the like butler
the dude,
guy.
the actual dude. Yeah, that guy's amazing too.
The pug,
but I love the pug because
colonists. The hummingbird represents the natives.
Not the raccoon.
No, the raccoon represents John Smith and Pocahontas. He is a go-between. He's fine with getting along with everybody.
Oh,
the hummingbird fights against. I am right. The hummingbird fights against.
I don't like the way you say that.
I am right, and here's why I have to cut this.
Like, especially when we're talking about colonialism, I just feel like
no, listen, no.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but we've got some big things coming up at YFCS Pod, and I wanted to let you know about them. First, this Disney Villains episode is our last traditional episode of the season. However, we will still have 2 more episodes coming your way. One is our finale episode, and that one's very exciting, because what we're going to do is we're going to take the winners, the best character from each show, book, movie, video game that we talked about, and put them against each other in a tournament. Which character is the best of the best from Season 1? We already recorded the episode. It's so stupid, so funny. So again, follow us at YFCS Pod on Instagram. You can do it on Twitter and Facebook too, but we mostly use Instagram. And you'll see the bracket get released. You'll see the characters that are going to be in there. The second thing is that we'll be releasing our first bonus episode. Now, usually these bonus episodes will only be for Patreon members, people who have decided to subscribe at least a few dollars, and they'll get that bonus content. But we wanted to release this one first so you guys could get an idea of what to expect if you are a Patreon member. This very first Patreon episode was requested by our first Patreon member, Nick Armstrong. Thank you, Nick, for being our first Patreon subscriber. And thank you for making us watch Tiger King. That's right. Our very first bonus episode will be focused on one character from the show Tiger King, and that's Carol Baskin. Listen up as we decide whether or not Carol Baskin is a good character, person. You know, we'll just talk about Tiger King. We'll also let you know if you should even watch Tiger King. Are you sick of hearing about it? I am. But it doesn't matter. A Patreon subscriber is giving us $5 a month, and at that price, you get to request your own character from your own show, and we will do a bonus episode. So that's what we're doing. We're suffering through Tiger King to make our supporters happy. So stay tuned. Join us for our finale, where we will hold a best of the best tournament of all of the characters that have been on Season 1, and listen up for the bonus episode where we will cover Carol Baskins from Tiger King for our first Patreon subscriber, Nick Armstrong. Thank you.
But I do like what the message of the movie, which is communication can defeat those fears, and you shouldn't listen to those powerful people who are constantly in your ear telling you to hate somebody else, you know?
Oh, shit.
That's true.
Also, one of the best lines in any Disney movie ever, which is,
These white men are dangerous.
Yeah,
These white men are dangerous.
That's just like the most relevant.
I was quoting it earlier when the ravenous wolves that... Yeah.
I love that quote, and I do use it a lot.
Also, that scene is just awesome when they're doing like
Isn't that, that's a meme, yeah.
Yeah, it's not only a relevant
when they're doing the smoky sound,
but it's just a good phrase to have in the back pocket. Let's talk about the other aspects of things we hate about white society from older times. Religion.
Christianity.
Yeah, Christianity specifically.
Frollo, though, he is like, what is he? Or they? No, they're in France. They're in France.
They're in France because there's Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. But I think he is still some
sort of... It gives me like an Italian vibe.
Really?
Frollo reminds me of like an Italian name.
Froyo.
That's why I always say Froyo, but I don't think it's that because it's not Spanish, right?
So Froyo
makes him sound a lot more whimsical than he is, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some Froyo.
So because my guy,
he's by far the creepiest out of
Frollo?
He creeps me out.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that.
He's
Terrifying.
disgusting.
There's no lightheartedness to him at all.
No.
What about... I mean, Ursula's not that lighthearted either. and she
has that nice little song. I like that song a lot.
When you're under the water too, like the whole aspect of like tentacles and stuff is kind of.
No, the animation is awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Especially, and that was one of the earlier ones, Little Mermaid. Early 90s.
It was 90s.
It's not early Disney movies. There's a lot
of the golden era of Disney. It's one of the first ones.
Okay, we're considering 90s our golden era. Yeah.
No, that's literally what it is. That's the golden era.
They call it that.
Yeah.
I mean, they did make like a good movie every year.
Yeah,
so
it's just like the golden age
Fox
of comics, Silver Age.
Lion
this is the
King,
golden age or era of Disney.
Mulan. Ooh, villain in Mulan. Xiao. His name Xiao? What's his name? Xiao Yun. I'm just gonna type in Mulan villain. Mulan villain. All he wanted was
to conquer China.
Power. Yeah, he wanted to claim China.
We're just talking about that.
Xiao Yun. Oh, Shan Yu.
Shan Yu.
Okay.
We're racist.
Reverse. So anyway, Mulan.
We're leaving the bit where we completely butcher this guy's name.
Shan Yu, the villain of Mulan. All he wants is like power, right?
Yeah.
He's the evil leader of the Han army. Is he evil? He just wants to.
He's evil. He slaughter whole Chinese villages.
Yeah.
Without problem. He's just doing it because he wants to.
He brings a crashing halt to the song. A girl,
worth fighting for.
A girl worth fighting for. It crashes into the burned village.
Yeah, that's
pretty sad. That's also one of my favorite songs. Is "I'll Make a Man Out of You." There's no villain song in that movie.
No, there isn't.
So that's why he's not the best villain.
Speaking of genociding whole people,
you barely even get any dialogue from him, which is why he's not as in depth of a villain.
No, for sure. It's more about Mulan.
He does have a badass line at the beginning of the movie, which is he climbs up the Great Wall and he goes, I've climbed his wall, I've done this, I've done that, or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna light, if I'll light this fire or whatever, and everyone in China will know you're here. And he goes, good. Light the fire. I want them to know I'm coming. So good.
Yeah, the wall was not very good at keeping these concepts.
Also, his sword,
another bad
dope as hell. He's got a cool aesthetic. He looks really cool. His sword.
He's always slightly hunched over.
Yeah. Which character has the coolest aesthetic?
Ursula.
Yeah. No, it's not even close.
I think so.
Because ours are just normal humans.
Yeah.
Just priest robes or whatever, or just nobles.
So coolest aesthetic, Ursula. The creepiest, we say what, Frollo?
Yes.
I feel like I could take Governor Radcliffe. I feel like I could take Frollo too, but he just terrifies me.
Frollo is a scary man.
He's just creepy.
No, the fact that he's literally like, I blame you for me wanting to rape you.
Oh no,
it's not just creepy. It's way worse.
Oh god, it's your fault.
It's definitely rape.
He's literally he's literally like, I blame you for me wanting to rape you.
And he also just murders people. I feel like we're really glazing over the murdering.
He's a racist murderer.
He's a grab him by the pussy kind of guy.
No, he's a racist murderer rapist. When you put it that way, how can you...
Yeah, and he's like,
so
at the same
villainous.
time, he wants to kill her.
Oh, without
And he justifies it all by saying that he's doing what's best for...
He uses religion.
He's God.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Oh man, those are the worst kind of people.
Yeah.
They use religion to like, oh god.
What is it, divine power or whatever? When you're like the top of the church. Well, he's not top of the church. Yeah. It's just like.
But using.
What is his? What is his
official role here?
I just looked it up. He's like an archdeacon or something.
But what
that sounds pretty high.
Yeah. The thing is, what he's doing is he's using something that people trust and look for to help them in times of need.
Oh no, absolutely.
And he's using that for his own personal beliefs. They have nothing to do with the religion itself. Like
the dude is,
and those are the worst kind of people.
He's not those people. Like I said, the film opens up with him killing Quasimodo's mom. Almost killing Quasimodo by drumming out well.
Who's to say he didn't? Because Quasimodo's like lighter skin. Who's to say he didn't rape that woman? She had a baby, killed her, and took the baby.
Yeah.
We're reading into something that's not in the film, but that is terrifying.
Who's to say that didn't happen?
Yeah.
And Quasimodo's
Who's to say it?
I love Quasimodo, dude. He's a beast. He really took a lot of
in a nice way.
Yeah.
No, he's a monster. Do you see the strength of that man?
He's not a monster.
He's so powerful.
Yeah.
He is leaping around all of Notre Dame with just one arm. I feel like we're kind of glazing over Frollo's imprisonment of Quasimodo because that is kind of the whole thing, right? I mean, the movie centers on Quasimodo because we're focusing on the interactions between them.
He's like, yo,
yeah, absolutely.
I've saved you as a child.
Oh.
And I'm raising you as my own.
Man, yeah.
I mean,
that's the beginning of that song.
And in return, you give me what I want.
Yeah.
He did save him as a child. He's not lying to him.
I mean, they both saved him.
He's not lying.
He did save him.
Mother Gothel's lying and saying that she's her mom.
He saved him from being raised as a gypsy.
Yeah.
Which is the worst fate because then you would have had to kill him.
Jesus Christ.
Right? No, there's no justify. That man is terrifying and his song is terrifying. He just looks terrifying.
Mother Gothel.
He does look terrifying.
He just looks like a scary ass old white dude. Is there anything more terrifying?
Mother Gothel is
a religious, scary asshole white dude.
The worst kind of person is a gaslighter, and that's what Mother Gothel is. She makes Rapunzel think that she's crazy and that she's wrong, whenever she finally finds love with
because it's just like, hey, like I'm your mom, trust me, I love you.
Another trusted,
nothing alike either.
Another trusted relationship. Yeah, it's like another trusted relationship, and that's the other thing too is like kids are so trusting of adults because they assume like adults know what they're talking about, and that's the thing that's fucked up about like kidnappers doing.
I just can't relate to that because I'm not a parent. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess you don't care if kids get kidnapped. It's fine with you.
Kids are getting kidnapped. Every day.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I don't actively think about it because...
When they have those, like, Amber Alerts, you actually, like, actively, like, turn them off. Like, you try to turn them off. I don't know.
I do try and turn off Amber Alerts, but I don't think you can. I think...
You hack into the system.
Oh, well, I am a hacker.
You hack in and you change the vehicle number, like...
so I'm helping people. So I've gone from being a silent dissident of kidnapping
Froyo.
to actively... Froyo. Man, you almost forget the rest of Hunchback because I feel so much of when you talk about that film, you're talking about Frollo.
Living gargoyles.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many cool...
I think the conflict between Frollo and Esmeralda
is the most...
more interesting than Quasimodo.
For sure. Even though Quasimodo is the main character, and there's fucked up shit that happens with Frollo and Quasimodo.
You know in the book, Frollo hangs her in the end of it, and also hangs her goat. He hangs them both. Quasimodo throws him off of the tower.
Wait, the goat's in the book?
Yeah.
Oh, I love the goat.
That's pretty cool.
Frollo gets thrown off of the of Notre Dame because I think in the movie they wrestle around and he falls because you can never have a guy kill him, but in the book it's vengeance. And then Quasimodo like kills himself and he jumps off himself. It's a very tragic. Similar to Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid also ends tragically. She does not.
We're talking about Disney
and she
villains,
just turns into seaweed, like seaweed in the underwater.
Book villains, you know.
You know what also ends pretty badly? The colonization in North America.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, that might be the worst out of everything.
Yeah. No.
Gypsy's still roaming around Europe.
We're on the other end of it, aren't we? It's like
I could be a queen in my country.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't benefiting from like genocide, but we are by living.
Anytime I use a Nestle product, I feel like I'm benefiting from
Nestle.
Yeah, I'm just from the slavery and genocide and indentured servitude. So really, any product that I purchase from my local supermarket, I just don't think about these things because they're depressing.
Who's playing in the playoffs today? Is the Redskins? Are they in the playoffs today? Because that's part of the okay. You know, they had a team in Canada that had an offensive name and they changed it.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah, I heard about
I was watching
the Raptors.
Changed it to, so offensive too. To all of those,
to the Velociraptors,
all of those like Christians who believe that humans lived during the time of the dinosaurs, they're like, there should be humans on their jerseys too.
What do you mean believed?
Is this true? Oh my god!
I feel like we're just so off topic. Let's really refocus
very
here.
Off topic.
We talked a lot about colonialism.
It's because it's so.
Guys, I'm over it. I'm over it. Can we just move on, please?
It happened so long ago.
Which villain has the best song? Mother Gothel has Mother Knows Best, which I think is pretty good.
I love Hellfire. Hellfire is so scary.
Hellfire is legitimately scary.
I think they all do have good songs.
Catchy is Dig Dig Dig.
Dig 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 slaps. I love it.
That's just slaps.
I love that shit so much. No, if Dig 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 comes on, I'm in it.
Okay, but take away the visuals.
My money.
Yes.
Gold of Cortez, shoes of sorrow. It seemed like mere trinkets. By this time tomorrow, we're going to find here. It's so
mine, boy.
This shit is mine.
But take away the visuals and if you just have the songs playing, because half the visuals to these songs.
Okay, can I say one thing though? I can remember Dig. I can remember that song.
Yeah.
I can remember My Mother Knows Best. Listen to Your Mother. I can remember that. The Ursula song, there's a little bit too much exposition.
I forgot she even had a song.
Poor Unfortunate Souls is it's a good.
But it came on, it's immediately identifiable.
Yes, but it gets a little talky in the middle, and I can't remember all the lines.
We don't need to know about
Hellfire. Is that?
Do I help them?
A good
yes, I do.
Is it a good song?
I think it's a good song.
Not only there's sick organs going in the background. It goes off
because it's like a church style song, but it's him.
Yeah.
Like
singing.
Talking about like Southern Baptist.
It's burning in my skin.
Gospel. Like,
and then he says, choose me or hellfire.
Kanye would sing it. It's like
scary shit.
Kanye's choir comes
Singing Hellfire?
Yeah.
No, Hellfire is amazing because there's a whole orchestral arrangement behind it. And he's also singing about raping a woman.
Or wanting to, yeah.
He says, choose me or the fire.
Yeah.
But he's talking to himself?
He's talking... It has
I know there's part of the song...
Oh, no, he's insane. The man...
But he's like in a deranged state. Like, he's just like gone.
Yeah, no, he's losing his shit.
Gone.
Yeah.
Religiously inspired? Perhaps. I don't know. Who can say? I don't think they ever explicitly say that he's one religion or another. It's just very heavily.
Well, yeah,
he's definitely Christian.
They don't use the term Christian.
But he's in Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. In Notre Dame.
Obvious.
In France, yeah. No, it's messed up. I would say the most memorable song, or the easiest, because I know every line from Dig Dig Dig. That's such a good song. Love.
It's okay.
In terms of the theme of the villain, I like More Unfortunate Souls.
More Unfortunate Souls is good.
It's such a good song.
Yeah.
Best song. Yeah. I'm thinking of best song because I think Mother Knows Best is the best song in Tangled.
I don't think so at all.
What's the best song in Tangled?
I love what is the one where she is just talking about the shit she does during the day?
Yeah, when she's drawing all the suns and stuff.
No, I think Mother Knows Best is better than that. I think like what? Dig is not the best song. It's got to be.
Oh, it absolutely is.
No, it's got to be Paint All the Colors of the Wind.
No.
Right?
Number 2 to Dig. I love that song. I will stand on that song to the end.
Savage is also very good.
I love
a lot of good songs in there.
For me,
That's
Dig Dig Dig.
Which one?
I cannot stress how much I love this song. I love that song.
It's got a beat. It's got like a dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the.
And also in Savages, there's the reprisal of "Colors of the Wind," like briefly in this song,
because
which makes it
so
sick.
She's trying to save it. Yeah, it's good.
She's like
Hellfire
sprinting.
for me isn't even the best song in Hunchback.
Oh,
Out There, which is Tony Jaa singing as Quasimodo about how he wants to escape.
I need to watch that movie.
The opening Bells of Notre Dame.
Bells of Notre Dame is so sick.
I haven't seen
with the
that
Jester
movie since it came out.
So good. You should watch it. It's honestly.
But also in Hellfire, I'm pretty sure they take.
I just remember as a child being very disturbed.
They like sampled the tune from Bells of Notre Dame, which is a nice uplifting song, but then turns to dark.
Evil as shit.
It's very good.
I remember the scene where he gets tomatoes thrown at him, and I just remember, like, as a child being very upset by that. Like,
you should go back and watch it.
Tomatoes thrown at him by the people.
I was like, this is boring as shit. Let's put Little Mermaid on.
What?
When I was little, yeah.
No, when I was little, I was like,
no, I don't think it's because I know I watched this. It's not for kids. It's insane.
Yeah, it's not.
It's only for kids in the sense that it was made by Disney and it's perhaps animated, but all the themes and stuff.
Wait a minute. Studio Ghibli was produced by Disney, right? Do we have to consider all those?
No, they weren't.
Studio Ghibli? I thought that, like...
Studio Ghibli is the...
I thought that Spirited Away or something was helped distributed by Disney.
Distribution, maybe in America, but the Studio Ghibli is the...
I know, but I think they had support from Disney.
In the same way that you think like Pixar versus Disney?
Yeah, Pixar started by itself, and then now it is part of Disney.
I don't think that changed anything because there's not really villains per se.
Studio Ghibli movies?
I mean, there are villains, but it's mostly about the growth of the child character.
Yeah, it's about...
we're not. I mean, it's different cast.
We did aesthetic. We did song.
Is there a non-consensus on the song
Who's the most creepy? No, we got it.
What was it? Hellfire, right? Hellfire is just the best song.
I think it's the best villain song.
Oh, absolutely. It's
specifically doing the category villain song.
It's the most villainous song.
I think it's the most villainous. I think I like Ursula's song a lot.
I love.
I mean,
I can't sing it though, and I love singing.
It's so good.
Hellfire is the most villainous. Dig 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 just
is the catchiest.
It's so good.
They don't even know Dig Dig like that.
What? You want me to sing the whole song right now?
I could just play it.
We haven't mentioned Jafar. He wants power.
The thing about Jafar is I feel like you take Jafar out of the movie and we roughly have the same plot.
I think that movie is just a Robin Williams vehicle. I mean, it's just all about the genie, right?
Yeah.
I love
Jafar's a pretty standard villain. There's not really anything special about him.
Definitely top 5 Disney songs. Friend Like Me, right?
I love Prince Ali.
Prince Ali.
Also,
that's also a Robin Williams.
Yeah, I don't know about top 5.
Top 5 in that movie.
That's not even my favorite song.
Samba had them 40 thieves.
I think every single song from Aladdin I enjoy. Even Street Rat.
I mean, Robin Williams is just so...
Street Rat!
Robin Williams does like 20 voices in that one song alone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's why I love...
You can't recreate that performance. And we know you can't because Will Smith
tried. Prince Ali and Arabian Nights.
Arabian
Nights is very good.
Arabian Nights is a good opener.
You can't live up to it. It's just too hard.
But I like Will Smith. He didn't even try and copy it. That's smart.
He just did his own thing.
You should not.
He couldn't.
There's no way
it's impossible
to do what
I like every song in Aladdin, which can mostly be said for most of the Disney films.
It probably has.
What did we say was
Cinderella's stepmother is a fucking jerk for sure. But I mean, she's a jerk. She's
not a villain.
I mean, she takes
a villain.
She takes her dead husband's child and turns into a servant, and treats her like garbage, and like sets precedent for her kids over that kid, and like. Then, whenever she has a chance to become the princess, actively locks her away and makes sure that she can't get access to that.
She's very spiteful.
She's a jerk. She's very spiteful. Jerk. Yeah. And the looks on her face, she does a lot of things that are really fucked up. But then also, one of my favorite things is the look on her face whenever Cinderella comes out and the shoe fits and stuff. She's so upset. It's a great moment.
Instagram?
The cat in that movie, his name is Lucifer.
What?
The cat in Cinderella's name is Lucifer.
Yeah, because they call it Lucifer.
Yeah, the mice do.
Yeah.
Antagonist to the mice.
Yeah.
Mice Group's pretty lit.
There's
first
half of the movie is
the
mice and cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last 30 minutes
that's a short
is
story.
everything else.
That's a short story, yeah. Snow White, also a stepmother, right? It's a queen that's like a step.
No,
the whole thing about that.
Queen,
it's an evil witch.
She wanted to be the prettiest one, right?
Snow White was
the prettiest one.
Snow White's not a princess.
She was just
someone in the kingdom.
She's just the most beautiful.
She just
girl.
happened to be the fairest of them all.
Okay.
Fairest, I guess, doesn't. Even, I guess in that respect, they do mean most beautiful.
Yeah,
she's also super white.
Corny.
Yeah, just the palest.
Well, I mean, it was the first one.
Yeah, it's not only the first one. Also, a really good song about digging. Also, a really good song about digging.
I don't care about Snow White, but the dwarves.
The dwarves are classic.
Hi ho.
The thing is, those
Can you
dwarves
name all of them?
No,
I can. What is it? Dopey, sleepy, dopey, Doc, grumpy.
Doc is the hardest one.
Sneezy.
How many are there? 7?
Not very.
Oh, I'm thinking of exercises. Sorry, my mind's on the metal.
Me off.
I already forgot what you said. So
Transcendentalist.
We dig. Any song about digging that Disney puts out, man, that shit's good.
Just good.
Hi ho is. I mean, just screaming hi ho is a classic.
Anti-Semitic.
Okay, well.
You always have to have one. There's always one.
We've looped it around.
There's always one.
Yeah, Snow White's
you don't want them, but they're there. You know?
Snow White's kind of lame, but
that shit's also insanely old.
Yeah, we looked it up. What was it, 1930s?
I thought it was like 1923.
Yeah, it's like late 20s.
So
or some
old.
Shit.
Like you don't even think they have functioning cars back then.
Almost 100 full years.
No, it's pretty wild.
It's nuts.
That's
Speaking
crazy.
of cars, what about that jerk car that doesn't want him to win the race?
Okay. Well,
yeah, what other movies are we forgetting?
No, Robin Hood, King John the First.
Robin Hood's just a good one overall.
Just an inept.
I think that might be the best opener of.
That's a great.
That song slaps.
Little Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest.
Also, the fact that it's just the cock, right? Just some sort of rooster.
Reminiscent.
Rooster Bard.
Wait.
A rooster bard sounds like it sounds like a made up D&D character.
Reminiscent and having such a good time. Oodle lolly, golly, what a day.
Someone made up a D&D character and said, "I'm going to put this featured in Robin Hood." Mm-hmm. Just a bird bard.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
a good character.
Okay, I think we've hit all that. So let me go to the old social medias.
Surely there must be some other.
Well, let's see what social media says.
Have we named all of them? Like,
let's see what
all the princesses? Because all princesses have.
We don't need princesses.
Oh, I got you.
Pinocchio. Who's the
Ansem from the Kingdom Hearts?
No, we'll do Kingdom Hearts.
Zemnis.
No, it's a separate episode. It's a different episode.
What's the Monstro is the whale. Whatever, it's just a fucking whale.
Moby Dick, basically.
But they also that like horrible Russian dude that takes Pinocchio.
Who's the antagonist in Dumbo?
Oh, it's like people.
Yeah.
Circus goers and like people who put circus on. Mankind. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Were we ahead?
These animals like crap.
Was Walt Disney ahead?
No,
because circus has never been good.
Disney criticizes a lot of stuff,
especially back then.
Yeah. No, besides having like racial issues with some of the characters, stuff like that, they do tackle a lot of like things that
like Jim Crow.
Jim Crow in Dumbo, yeah. There's not really I guess Shere Khan's a villain in Jungle Book, but yeah, and then there's Louis and then they like scat and like sing jazz and stuff like that's problematic, you know. But I'm saying those movies a lot of times there's good messages, but they are tainted.
Delivered the wrong way.
They're tainted, by those things.
Yeah.
What does social media say?
Did we talk about Scar enough? Did we even talk about it?
We didn't. We just said be prepared.
So Scar is Hamlet's uncle, basically, right? I mean, that's the story.
That's the problem. What are they talking about?
But he is. He does manipulate a child into thinking that he's murdered his father.
Because I think
that's
we would add it.
Well, he just straight up wants to kill him.
That's different than Hamlet because he doesn't make Hamlet think that Hamlet.
He tries to kill Simba.
Well, he just wants to kill Simba.
But he makes Simba think that he feels guilty about killing. He thinks like you.
The way he tries to kill him too is really nefarious. Like he's not going to dirty his own hands.
Yeah, he didn't want to do it himself. He has his lackey.
That's his brother. How can he kill his own brother?
Well,
he kills his brother.
Doesn't kill Simba.
He doesn't kill his nephew.
He makes the hyenas try to do it and they fail.
Oh, true.
Oh, we're forgetting and who was mentioned by Andre Markevin on here. Dr. Facilier from the Princess and the Frog.
I actually love that song.
That song is very good.
Don't you derogate on the ride.
Well, and it's Keith. What's his name? Keith David. Keith David. Yeah, who's the voice actor for Spawn. He's also in like Rick and Morty. He's also the voice actor in Gargoyles.
Actually, you know what? He's
a good villain.
I really like the opener to Princess and the Frog.
Yeah,
I think that might be
my
favorite.
Song. It's about work or whatever, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I actually haven't seen that film.
It's a good movie. Yeah.
Saw it once.
It's a good film. John has problems with that film.
Yeah, I do.
But I like it.
The villain of that movie is pandering representation. It's just pandering because it shows you a black character for 10 minutes and then turns her into a frog.
But she's still very. Even the
here's a black princess, except she's only black for 1/10 of the movie. So she's actually a frog most of the movie.
Like I said, what I'm saying is that it's not just like who you are isn't just about your skin color. It's about everything else.
Is that what the message of the movie?
That's what I thought it would be.
Okay.
I mean, I love that film.
I thought we were finally going to get a black princess, and then we didn't.
I just love the music from that. The music from that film is so good.
I was finally going to get a black princess, and then I was like, oh, this movie is not nearly as good as the other Disney movies.
Really? I love that one. But maybe I'll watch it again. The alligator, or the alligator is literally named Louis.
Yeah.
For Louis Armstrong. He plays a trumpet. It's so sick.
Yeah. Dr. Facilier, I mean, what does he want? He just wants...
Money.
It's
literally just about greed.
Yeah, he's just greedy.
Yeah, so that aspect, but he's got voodoo magic and stuff, which is kind of cool.
So that's Andre Markevin says, the Shadow Man, Dr. Facilier.
Man, he gets consumed by his own power, too. He makes a deal with the devil, and he can't deliver, and so he just gets eaten. That shit is scary.
Somebody named on Instagram, Aiming for Erica, says, Mother Gothel is a disgrace to all women. She's a literal monster.
Really angling on the mother stuff.
She's my biggest nightmare, so I mean,
oh my God.
Since this Aiming for Erica person said that, I guess that's... Got to go for that, I guess. This... person named E. Craft said, no need to discuss. It's clearly Maleficent. She's the mistress of all evil, in quotation marks. She curses a baby. She shapeshifts, and that dragon is pretty fierce.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in terms of power level, not even close.
She hypnotizes people. She rules over goblins and demons.
She's like a fake queen.
She's persistent. She doesn't give up after 16 years of looking for Aurora. And then this is where I got what I was saying before. She said she wasn't even trying to kill the prince. She just wanted to keep him old until he could not, be with Sleeping Beauty.
In terms of power level, Maleficent is just at the top.
She also has a great look and a sinister voice.
All right, character design, very nice.
Very haunting.
Yeah, scary.
In the movie.
And then Shannon P226. We got a lot of responses on this one. Shannon P226 said Cruella Glenn Close. She was the one who mentioned
I love the character design of Cruella.
Yeah.
The character looks insanely cool.
She's very fierce.
And she has that badass car.
Yeah. And also just the character is literally this.
Yeah, coat. She's got that great idea for a dog coat.
Yeah. She's actually just a fashion genius, but...
She's shaped like a vase, is all I'm saying. Yeah. I guess that could be anybody, because,
Mm-hmm.
Love it. So what then? What about us?
It's time to make the decision.
What about us? Did you even sing, Bran? I thought we all had to sing in order to...
You quoted some lines from songs.
I just did spoken word.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about it. We decided what...
So what does it mean to be a Disney villain? You gotta have a good song. You want to actually be villainous.
Oh, you gotta have a good song. Be a villain.
You gotta be able to sell some merch. Which character sells? Because that's Disney. Which character moves that merch?
Ursula,
by far.
We picked the shittiest merch characters, period.
Yeah.
Just regular...
I think off a name alone, I don't think people would know.
Yeah, if you say Frollo to anyone, they just go, God bless you. They wouldn't even...
No, Ursula's a cool villain. She's one of the classic... I consider her...
She just gives the people what they want.
Okay, so merchandisable.
No, merchandising is a huge part of Disney, absolutely.
Yeah.
Song, we said, like, for villainy song, we said yours was the best. Maybe iconic song would be Ursula's, more iconic.
Just the best song overall.
Most powerful, probably Ursula, probably the most powerful.
Does that actually
Frollo wields the whole power of the French church.
Yeah.
That's scary as shit.
Yeah, I think actually scary Frollo, he said.
That's
actually terrifying.
That's real power.
Yes.
Same with Radcliffe. Power of the King of England
he's
in the New World.
He's a governor. I mean, he has that political power.
That realistic power.
Over all of Virginia, yeah. In terms of real tangible power.
And he also, what do they use as tools? Fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
He's like Batman. using fear.
He's Batman. Yeah.
Please don't ever compare Radcliffe to Batman.
And Ursula goes after vulnerable, weak people. Like that's all these characters.
Oh, but they all turn to her.
All these villains target.
That's what I think.
People.
That's what makes a good villain. Is
no, absolutely.
They take advantage of people who are in need, are desperate. Yeah, because Governor, these are all desperate people coming to England.
No one's of need.
Except Quasimodo.
Well, no, but all churchgoers are going there because they feel like
that's true.
They need help from God.
But we never even see that aspect of the movie.
Because Esmeralda is just independently, she's fine as she is.
You might have obviously evangelists now, but back then you were afraid of God. Like the reason you went is because you were afraid of sinning and stuff like that.
You don't want to burn in hellfire.
Yeah, you don't want to burn in hellfire, which that was the point at that time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Church was all about go to hell.
What other aspects make an awesome villain? We've talked about character design, right?
Scariness.
Scariness. Obviously, Frollo. It's truly the scariest.
We said aesthetic. We said Ursula has a good aesthetic.
Yeah, visual scariness.
Ursula's taking a lot of these things, man.
But realistic scariness and their actions.
Well, I'm terrified the most of Frollo.
It's Frollo.
But that's a different category.
Every character is designed so well. I guess that's why they're all title villains. Most effective. Everybody just gets owned at the end there, right? None of the villains actually.
Who has the biggest
Governor Radcliffe actually is probably the most effective because he really puts that.
Radcliffe's still alive at the end.
Yeah, he leaves. He's
they tie him up and send him back to England.
Frollo dies.
They could just let him out. Just be like, okay, y'all.
Frollo dies, but what is his impact? Does he harm? Does he actually commit anything?
He teaches lessons.
Okay. Ursula, she ruins 3 days in a mermaid's life.
Yeah, but she ruled for centuries. She has billions of little souls.
We're considering backstories. Yeah, that's true. No,
you see them.
She ruined a lot of lives.
All right, Mother Gothel has taken away the childhood and also the experience of parents to spend time with that child and raise that child. That's something you can never get back. So I guess Mother Gothel wins one category.
That's one victim versus several from Ursula.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there was a more personal, intimate touch to it for sure.
All of the sea.
Yeah.
Not all of the sea. Just one teenage
all 7.
mermaid.
If they got a problem, they go to Ursula. Trine ain't doing nothing.
So she's not even a villain, so she's gonna be considered. She's just helping people.
She's
giving people
a very powerful hedge witch that helps people.
She shows that the real villain is yourself.
Oh man!
I mean that is true.
A lot of times
your own desires are the things that are gonna undo you.
That's your downfall. You want.
So I guess she's not a good villain. She's just a fairy godmother of the sea.
She's the fairy godmother of the sea.
A big issue is just people are trying to smash.
No.
Ariel
trying to smash.
Needs some legs so she can smash.
Frollo
is willing to kill all gypsies because he wants to smash one.
God, it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad when you put it back.
Radcliffe's not. There's no sexual.
No, Radcliffe isn't.
Thank God.
But he's mad that John Smith is trying to smash.
That's
Pokemon.
true.
That's his big beef.
That's true. Even Mother Gothel. I mean, Flynn and
she does separate them, but she's doing that.
But that's not because of that. Yeah, it's because
but that's another aspect of those coddling parents. Is I don't want my kid to date or be with the opposite sex.
No, it wasn't even that. It was I don't want her to be gone, and he is the tool to make her leave.
Also, she can have no connection to the outside world.
But it's an outsider who's going to start putting ideas into this person's head.
But it's not for romance.
I am keeping her here.
The romance is not.
It's not romance. It could have been a woman, but it was nah.
I guess it could have been anybody.
But that wasn't even for love though.
Moana, who's the villain, is. You find out it's
there isn't. It's not even a real villain.
No. I kind of like that.
Well,
it's like mini games in the movie.
Again, another story though of a father who wants to keep a daughter on the island. Don't let her explore. Don't let her find out about the past. All that.
That's the first 30 minutes. The rest is just self-discovery.
So the real villain is.
I love the songs.
The real villain in a lot of these movies is holding
our fathers,
holding people back. Not letting them,
Sins of our fathers.
Not letting them grow.
Don't hold you
and since that's the villain in almost every Disney movie, Mother Gothel epitomizes that. She's the epitome of all Disney villains.
Is she?
I'm trying my fucking best here.
I like how you do that.
You have so little.
I like so little
dangling on a fucking golden hair.
It was so much of a stretch.
You're stretching this dough so thin, dog.
Yes.
I'm on Rapunzel's last
the thin ass pizza.
There.
But yeah.
No, it's thin, but I respect it. No, I can understand.
No, I like how he tried to do it. Yeah.
I can understand how someone would find that character very scary.
A parent would, but anyone else, just
for me,
just the actual thought of going to the grocery store and someone taking my child.
And then raising that kid as their own.
She got stolen as a baby?
It's fucked, dude.
I'm just like...
That's not as scary.
Losing one kid.
Because the child was still taken care of.
Having your entire community demolished.
That kid is abused. She's neglected. She's kept in the tower by herself.
Would you count that
Mother
as
Gothel
abuse?
only comes...
That's what I'm saying.
But she thinks that she had perfect
Neglect is a
life.
form of abuse.
I don't know about that because I don't give a shit.
Isn't neglect though?
Neglect for sure. She's by herself.
Is she neglected? But she still has...
She does those things in the tower by herself, though. She's not...
How often does the mom come? Or the Mother
Once
Gothel?
a week to, like, do the thing to get herself youthful again. So she only checks in with her whenever she needs something.
What did she do in the meantime?
Not for Rapunzel. The witch.
I thought she lived there.
She was like, no. She found that tower. And she uses that as a place to hide her.
I need more lore about the world of Rapunzel. What was that tower there for?
I don't know.
Because there's no entrance at the base, right?
Yeah,
I know there was.
She collapsed it?
Sealed it in.
Yeah, she sealed it in.
She sealed it
Could have been
up.
like a war tower. Like bows and arrows.
Some sort of like
why? In the middle of a random
in
valley.
of a forest. I mean, it
The
has a pretty high
castle
vantage.
is-
Oh, it's in a valley. That's right.
It's
So it
like
doesn't
in a
even have
little-
a.
It's the one that Samurai Jack was trying to get to with the 3 archers on it.
Speaking of good openings, damn, that's a good one. Is that it? Surely there must be
We've talked a
something.
lot. We're
Yes.
on an hour and 40 minutes.
I guess you're right. It
Let's
just
just
seems there's just so much to say about Disney.
There is a lot to say, and someone will tell us if we forgot something. Tweet us.
We didn't forget anything.
Be the first to tweet us after requesting it every episode. Be the first to tweet us and tell us what we forgot, which villain did we forget, or which villain did we short shrift.
I'm sure.
Let us know.
You're gonna be mad about Scar for sure.
Oh, Scar is.
Does Scar need more?
Scar always needs more.
Again, I think
It's so creepy.
one of the best villain songs. Be prepared. I think
So what? Based on song, aesthetics,
all that stuff. Yeah.
villainy,
Commercial
emphasis on villainy,
capitalization or capitalism.
Oh.
Capitalization. No, they all have capitalization in their
Merchandising.
names, right? Yeah, merchandising was what I meant to say. Yeah. Okay.
It's simple.
All right. Let's do it.
3,
Right.
2, 1.
Frollo.
Ursula, yeah.
I knew it was going to be a tie. Dang it!
You guys are crazy.
I was going to say Frollo the whole time, and then I steered towards Ursula, so I could probably be easily convinced.
Idiot.
I could be easily convinced.
Maybe, I don't know. It's so hard to say.
Frollo instills real fear.
Here's where I'm at. I'm 50.
Okay.
I'm 52 Ursula, 48 Frollo.
That's a very exact percentage.
It's very. I'm on the verge, so I could be convinced it's Frollo. I was gonna say Frollo the whole time.
Frollo.
I as well.
Until
We were watching Hunchback. I'm like, there's no point in this podcast. He is the biggest baddie.
but then I was thinking.
No, he's top baddie
But then
for
I was
sure.
thinking because
In terms of just villainy, you cannot compare. You cannot compare. Not close.
But what are we doing? We're picking the best Disney villain, and that's what started to convince me was when
That's
we talked
true.
about merchandising,
Yes.
and just song
for kids and
and
stuff like that.
aesthetic and all that stuff. Like then it started to pull me towards Ursula because I was like, yeah, she is more Disney.
But does
Think about it.
merchandising
Also-
matter to us when we're discussing characters?
I guess that's true. We are talking about the
I
best.
have,
We're talking about the best character.
I have a chip
in
teacup,
Disney.
so I bought
Alright.
some Disney merch.
We didn't talk about most complex. Frollo is more
You are
complex.
the most complex.
All right, that brought me 48.
But
That brought me 52 Frollo. Bring me back 52 Ursula.
Like I was saying earlier, the true villain in Little Mermaid is not Ursula, but it's everyone else. Because what she does is she just says,
Well, she
okay,
also-
you want this.
yeah.
I'll
Dr.
give
Facilier.
you what you want,
Yeah.
but it'll be your own self-destruction.
She's just like a devil,
She's just showing.
basically. She'll make deals.
It's kind of like commercialism and capitalism and all that stuff.
she's
like,
Disney.
she is Disney. Ursula is Disney.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anything I hate more than
man.
religion, it's capitalism. So you sold
Oh,
me.
I was gonna say the opposite.
Oh, you
More
hate.
money,
I
more
would say,
problems.
yeah, I was gonna say the only thing more terrifying
Well, when they
than
work
capitalist
together.
run society is one run by Christian.
And you know what's even more terrifying
they
than
work
that?
together,
A
though.
combination.
Yeah.
Joel
Work
Osteen.
together is great.
Yeah, then
Joel Osteen, he's the true Disney.
okay, no,
Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen
you-
even scarier.
Could
but-
you imagine?
Joel Osteen is a
Hardly.
combination of Ursula and Frollo.
Yeah.
If you told me someone had to play real life Frollo and you picked Joel Osteen, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, duh.
makes sense to me.
You're saying,
Please cut
you're
that.
saying he hasn't played that yet? He hasn't played Frollo yet? Also,
God, I hope.
also, are there any Broadway plays of Noachback? Wait, Noachback.
No check.
Bojack.
Hunchback of Notre
Noachback?
Dame.
I don't think so.
Has
No,
something.
I think it's just a film.
Yeah.
Animated film. It's a good one. I think you should go back and watch it.
I think here's
You
what
should
I.
go back and watch it.
so scary, dude.
It's so good.
All right,
We
all
can do it
right.
private.
The music is very
I'll-
good.
3-dimensional brought me back towards Frollo. I'll say Frollo. I'll say Frollo. Sorry, Megan, but you did.
Frollo
pick
does
a good
drive the
one.
plot of that film too.
They're not going to change, and I do want one winner. And I think I was going to go with Frollo, and 3-dimensional helped me.
Wait, but you also agree with Frollo.
You also think
in your heart.
But we thought that through the course of the argument, Ursula.
Oh no,
Ursula is cooler.
Yeah.
Frollo's the better villain, I think.
Frollo's just the best Disney villain besides.
But what is best character, right?
Yeah.
We're not even saying best. We are saying best Disney villain, but we're considering the Disney villains as characters.
Yeah, I'm saying literary character.
Yeah, I think Frollo then.
I mean, because yours is so rooted in realness.
Yes.
And mine is actual Disney character.
Literally just magic.
It's just magic.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. We did it again. We figured out who the best character is in whatever we're talking about, despite the podcast being called Your Favorite Character Sucks. Now the only question is, what should we do next? You can help us decide by following us at YFCS Pod on Instagram and Twitter and telling us which show, movie, series, book you think we should do. Until then, hit that subscribe button and catch us on the next episode. Thanks for listening.